Quote the hold steady, everyone's a critic and most people are DJs. I'm not a music expert. Hell, I can't even play an instrument or carry a tune. My name's Craig. I'm just a middle-aged guy in the burbs that likes to listen to good music and talk about it. That's what I try to do here. I hope you enjoy. This episode of Craig Talks Music, going to talk about Aussie band Gang of Youths, Norwegian singer who goes under the moniker Girl in Red, and finally a Texas band called Ting Tang. Before we get into that, it's been a few weeks since I've done one of these. I don't think anybody's missed it with the exception of possibly my friend Ryan. But since I did the last one, Record Store Day has occurred. Last weekend was the first drop, and I picked up some good music. The soundtrack to Repo Man, a release called Stillwater, which is the demos by Nancy Wilson and Peter Frampton of the songs that were played by the fictitious band at Almost Famous, a Joe Strummer picture disc, a live from Liverpool Echo and the Bunnymen vinyl, and lastly, and the cream of the crop as far as I'm concerned, Fontaine's DC live from Kilmarnock, which is a live stream they did last year. And at the time, Ed actually commented saying this would make a tremendous Record Store Day vinyl release, and I'm glad they followed through with it. I'm sure that they looked at my comment and they were like, oh, this is the reason we're going to do it, but it's great. So first band I'm going to talk about is an Aussie band that's been around for over a decade, but just hit my radar in the past week. I had two different friends text me and say, check out this band Gang of Youths and this song Angel of 8th Avenue. I'll let you check it out now too.
Got straight to the heart, and I was a coward and worse to my shame. I fell hard upon the weightless wheels that wasted every day till you emerged in the park, like some patron of Washington Square for the first time in a long time.
So that's Gang of Youths and a sample of their latest release called Angel of 8th Avenue that is going to be part of their soon-to-be released third album. Boy, they're tremendous. Sound like a bit of The National. My buddy TJ nailed it when he compared them to The Church. But I just love the sound. So these guys have been around for over 10 years. Formed in Sydney, now based out of London. They've got two studio albums out there. Their debut album was called The Positions back in 2015. Had an EP called Let Me Be Clear the following year. And then in 2017, another studio album called Go Farther in the Light. And they did an MTV Unplugged album in 2018. I've actually got that inbound. I just ordered it this morning. So I'm looking forward to getting that vinyl. But they did South by Southwest a couple of times, starting in 2014. Here, check out one of their performances from South by Southwest. I'll give you a bit of a sense.
It's a fight for the cause, don't stop, believing, being smooth and facing the breeze. We want someone to try.
So David, the lead singer, definitely has the lead singer moves down. What's crazy is I can't believe I've never heard of these guys. They even opened for the Foo Fighters on 7 U.S. dates on their Concrete and Gold tour in 2018, and I saw a bunch of those shows. Obviously not the ones that they opened up for. They've also opened for Mumford & Sons and done some late night gigs. So looking forward to their next album, though, and check out their stuff. Next up is 22-year-old Norwegian-born Marie Olven Ringheim, who performs under the name Girl in Red. So first discovered her as she was named as part of the lineup for 2020's Boston Calling, which ended up being canceled due to COVID, as well as she was named as part of NME's Hot 100 for 2020. And in particular, the song Girls is what caught my attention. Give that a listen.
Should be into the sky, but it's just a waste of time. It's really not my type. I know what I like. No, this is not a phase or coming of age. This will never change. They're so pretty, it hurts. I'm not talking about boys, I'm talking about girls. They're so pretty with their button-up shirts. They're so pretty, it hurts. I'm not talking about boys, I'm talking about girls. They're so pretty with their button-up shirts.
Great sound, and as you can tell by the lyrics, dealing with LGBTQ issues. She self-released 2 EPs in 2018 and 2019 called respectively Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, and then had a compilation album called Beginnings in 2019, and just worked with Phineas of Billie Eilish's brother in fame, and just released If I Could Make It Go Quiet just this year. And I actually got the last 2 Beginnings in that most recent album, just got that on vinyl. And Serotonin, which is a release from that latest album, has been getting a lot of play on WEQX. Take a listen to some of that. It's also great.
I'm running low on serotonin. Chemical imbalance got me twisting things. Stabilized with medicine. There's no depth to these feelings. Dig deep, can't hide from the corners of my mind. I'm terrified of what's inside. I get intrusive thoughts like cutting my hands off, like jumping in front of a bus, like how do I make the stop when it feels like my therapist hates me? Please don't let me go crazy. Put me in a field with daisies, might not work, but I'll take a maybe. Oh, been breaking daily, but only me can save me. So I'm capitulating, crying like a fucking baby. I don't wanna be Sabala, I don't wanna be Cicada, I don't wanna be I'm running low on serotonin. Chemical imbalance got me twisting things. Stabilized with medicine. There's no depth to these feelings. Dig deep, can't hide from the corners of my mind. I'm terrified of what's inside.
You can hear the difference between that song and her earlier one and the influence of Phineas on that. But check her out, Girl in Red. Next up is a band that I heard on the podcast Sound Opinions a couple weeks ago on one of their Buried Treasure versions of the podcast. It's a band out of Fort Worth, Texas called Ting Tang. They formed in 2017 when the band members were still in high school. They were like ages 13 to 15 when they formed. So they're not very old now. But they've got 2 releases out. They've got an EP called Love is Trippy that they released in 2018, and then another one, an LP called Honeybee that was released in 2019. I actually just recently got a copy of that vinyl. It's a great sound. It's kind of that Riot Girl sound, and lead singer Ruby Lewis sounds phenomenal, and the whole band just gels great. You got a guy on drums named Aiden Baumgartner, and just really enjoy it. And you got Dylan Wilkins and Claire Marcho round out the band. Take a listen. I've got a couple of snippets from a live performance they did with one song coming off of Love is Trippy called Yellow and Blue, and then Kill Courtney from the latest album.
This next song is called Kill Courtney. The way the sun hits her face, been the one in the sight. Ugly, normal people get lost out. Courtney just soaks it in. So ugly, oh boy. Courtney is so filthy. Guess it's just the dirt beneath your skin.
So that is Ting Tang Tina. We'll see what happens with them. I think I know they're all off going to school and stuff like that, and we'll see if they stay together or if they go on their own solo projects. But worth a listen. So that was Gang of Youth, Girl in Red, and Ting Tang Tina. I hope you enjoyed. You can listen to this music on Spotify by clicking the link in the description.